up, Sauce Gang, and welcome back to the channel. Hot Sauce Beats here with another Skibidi Toilet Multiverse reaction for you because Elite Clockman just dropped TV Woman Finds the Secret Files ? Episode 17 Skibidi Toilet Multiverse Analysis and Theory. And fam, this last one was an absolute banger. It was easily the scariest one yet, dude. I mean, we had The Shining in there, we had Momo, we had a lot of spoopiness going on, and I absolutely love where Multiverse is going. I'll be on hype to check out what Elite Cameraman has to say, but before we do, make sure you show him some love by subscribing to his channel. And chat, we're trying to get to 100,000 subs before Christmas, so if you haven't yet, please smash that subscribe button and join the Sauce Gang family. But enough talking, let's get to reacting and roll that bomb-ass intro.
Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Eat, sleep, make beats. Eat, sleep, make beats.
Hot Sauce Beats. Woo-hoo. Oh, you know the deal, chat. Let's get it going.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Elite Clockman here.
Hi,
Episode
Clockman.
17 of Skibidi Multiverse was really something else. The action,
Dude,
the horror,
it was
the lore
so
building, everything was
action-packed.
off the charts. I know I'm kinda late to this analysis, since it's been almost
You
2
good, bruh.
days ever since the episode came out, but don't worry,
You good, bruh?
because I'll still go over everything that you might have missed.
Dang right, you
Especially with the ending of today's
We got
episode,
you.
we might start seeing some crazy stuff and no one knows what's awaiting us. But before we get into everything, if you enjoy the analysis, videos, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel because only 79% of you guys are subscribed.
We got
I'm
you,
sure
bruh.
that we can pull this number down to at least 69%. Anyways, here we go. This episode actually starts with a warning this time, and it says, "Warning, this episode has jump scare," literally telling us straight up that we are
It's
in
gonna be
some
scary.
horror.
This is some scary
We
stuff.
already knew this because in my last
You
episode
gonna be scared?
analysis, I mentioned that there was a Morse code at the end of the episode which said, "More horror," and Dom Studios
Oh,
held
bro,
onto their
that's
word.
right. I completely forgot about the heads up. Well, good. We want it. We're hungry for it. Keep giving it to
Gave
us.
us a lot of horror. That was not all, because the first frame of this new episode also revealed that the episode was actually the POV of Camera Woman, which is something that we haven't even seen in the original series. Even though we've seen some crazy POVs like the Titan Cameraman POV in episode 51 in the original series, this was a first. The episode literally starts with the camera woman looking at the elevator wall, and we see the reflection until the door opens up to pure chaos inside this building. We see a regular
Literal
speakerman
chaos.
getting killed by a buzzsaw toilet. But weirdly, this buzzsaw toilet has a different head, and the original buzzsaw toilet head we know has a different body as a machine gun toilet on the right side. I thought this was kind of funny, but I don't know.
She just
if it
runs
was
in there like an
intentional.
assassin,
The camera
bruh.
woman suddenly rushes to the
Fucking
knife she sees on the
assassin.
table and throws it to the buzzsaw toilet the second she gets her hands on it. After this, she jumps onto another toilet and squeezes his eyes, making him blind, and not even seconds later, she punches the toilet right before kicking him from the goddamn window.
She said,
The toilet
boom!
probably did not have a fun time while falling
Like we
down.
are Sparta!
Camera woman suddenly turns into her turret mode to shoot the toilets. And from what it looks like, she can change modes pretty quickly in this series, unlike the original series. One thing I'm going to criticize is, I would love to see a different type of POV from Camera Woman. Because if we check episode 51 of Skibidi Toilet, Titan Cameraman had a HUD. And I feel like everyone would agree that Camera Woman should have one as well because of her aiming ability and her camera lens changing color.
I agree.
Really
She
would've
should have
been
at
fun
least like a
seeing it. But
crosshair
these
or
don't
something,
really
you know?
matter in the grand scheme of things, and Camera Woman literally rams onto a toilet to kill it, leading up to her jumping from the building like a Chad. While falling down, we see another cameraman falling down at the same time as well, and Camera Woman catches him right before she starts using her jetpack to land in a safe
so
place.
BA, dude.
But she literally flies through a building just to look cool, I guess. You should never miss out on flex points. We saw this in the last Skibidi
Take advantage
Toilet
of all
episode
flex
as
points.
well, while Titan TV Man was just using every ability he has to show off. After Camera Woman lands, we see a scene full of Alliance members fighting against toilets, and it looks like the area we saw in the leaks, but if you freeze the frame right when we land, we can see the weirdly shaped building has a text that says Skibidi Base 3. As you guys know, we already went to
bro,
the
I
fourth
missed
base
that.
in episode 13.
I
And it
missed
wasn't a
that
good
chat.
scene because I had to kill 2 witnesses. And you guys probably already know what happened at the end of today's episode. After landing, we turn to our back and see another big helicopter toilet coming from the other side, while many explosions are happening, but this does not stop us. And Camera Woman starts jetpacking to this toilet to kill him off in the most disgusting way. She pushes the toilet's head to his own helicopter.
Right into the blades, yo!
Bruh, that is some devilish stuff right there.
That's
We
probably
also
what it
see
sounded
that
like.
His toilet has glowing white eyes, and instead of blood when his head is pushed to the blades, some type of black fluid comes out. There is a possibility that this is a fluid like oil, and might be used to fuel the machine toilets. After this, we land back and can see the PP-shaped building.
Got it on her
It
screen.
also seems like even though there are a couple agent bodies, the Alliance has won the battle. We suddenly look to our right, and this frame actually has something crazy because if you zoom into the back, you can see me. Lurking in the shadows.
Chilling like a
I
villain.
already showed this in my leaks video a couple days ago, but if you are not subscribed, you might have missed it, so if you want to know some special
got you,
details
bruh.
about
We
the
got you,
episodes,
homie.
make sure to subscribe. Everyone gets scared for a second, but from the looks of it, the normal agents on the field know that this toilet might be sensitive to sounds, most likely because he is blind, or from what they've gathered lately from all their research. Because of this, everyone moves slowly, and we suddenly zoom into the toilet's face, seeing his rotten teeth and his eyes, which have
Yeah,
some
he's
type
kinda
of
spoopy
mechanical
looking.
thing on top of them. We don't really know why they were cut out, but this toilet's mouth is also closed off, and it looks like there is something restraining his head also. I don't know what type of torture this guy went through, but it must have been hella a lot. Right after Camera Woman suddenly pulls out her rifle.
Was
and
that a
change
pun,
modes,
Elite Clockman?
and we can actually
It must
see
have
the
been
rifle
hell
on
a
top of us.
lot.
But a normal cameraman jumps in front of us to stop us suddenly, while trying to not make any
hunting
noise,
rabbits.
and
We
makes the
hunting
shush
rabbits.
sign with his hands, telling us to not make a sound. This clearly shows that this toilet is sensitive to sound. After this, we turn to our right once again, and I'm seen watching once more. With the info we have from episode 13 and the ending of episode 17, we can surely say that me and the other analysis YouTubers have been watching over these Skibidi toilet bases to keep the info private for some reason. Dom Studios
That's
haven't
true.
told us the reason behind it, since we are supposed to analyze and should have any prior info on
Analyze?
stuff like this, since it would be very unfair and probably would make all our theories right. So even though it's my own character,
You got
I
too
got
much
no
good
idea
info,
what's going
bruh.
through
Too
Blood's
much good
mind.
info, homie.
Only thing we know is that they didn't want the Skibidi apocalypse folder going around, but failed because I couldn't let Isotoilet kill TV woman. Yes, brother. If you are watching this, it was all for you. He won't be able to join us today because of the Skibidi toilet Roblox game he is cooking. But if we can get to 20,000 likes,
Cooking it up.
I'll make sure to invite him to the next analysis. After this, while we are watching the agents trying to sneak through him, one of the speaker man hits a can, and god damn it, bruh. Did you really have to do that? Because the second this destroyer toilet hears it, he
Smash!
smashes everyone around the soda
Squishy,
can.
squishy.
Suddenly everything turns into chaos, and the cameraman tries to use the stun gun on him, but sadly it doesn't do anything. And that's not all, because he actually has jetpacks attached to him. I don't know
Yeah,
how
dude,
he
he
can carry
moved
those
quick,
boulders
bruh.
around, but it's so cool looking, if I'm honest. He can
It
literally
really is.
smash anything he wants if he were to just fly with them. We try to run away with one of the cameramen, but seconds after getting inside one of the buildings, the blind toilet somehow hears us and smashes the cameraman in front of us with ease. He somehow also knows we are there as well. And right when he was about to shoot us, he gets shot from the left. And it's no other than upgraded Titan Speaker Man. This was one of the first times where Dom Studios actually changed a character. Because as you guys know, in the original series,
Bruh.
Titan Speakerman hasn't been upgraded yet. And it'll most likely
Dude.
happen soon. We
He
can see that his
looks
upgrades were mostly
BA,
defensive, but I'm
chat.
saying defensive
Well,
because his
absolutely
arm
love
cannons
his
actually
upgrades.
got some substantial upgrades,
Arguably the
which
best
look
upgrades
cool.
we've seen yet.
His exoskeleton is much more detailed and bigger now, and it probably helps him defensively while also giving him a boost in strength. He also
Boosa,
seems
boosa.
much more aggressive after getting his upgrades, because this fight was literally one-sided. He was able to dodge almost all the attacks and use his new abilities as if they were there from the start. His new hand cannons can be used as small blades, while also he can actually throw them and pull back just like
Dude, and that
Titan
part
Drillman's
shocked me.
hands.
Coming up right here, he
They
shoots it
probably
right in his
collaborated
face.
with the scientist Drillman to make this possible. It also seems like his fire rate is much higher, even though the power of the beams seem the same. And because of his larger exoskeleton, it's very hard to see his flamethrowers, but they are back, and I'm assuming that they also found a solution for fuel and it won't be running out from now on.
Right there. Yeah, he didn't like that.
What
He
Titan
didn't like that,
Speakerman
now
did to
did
this
he?
toilet was actual torture, because even though his eyes are pulled out, he still used his new blades to pierce his eyes and pull him back just to use his incredible speakers right next to his ears. When we know that this toilet is sensitive to sounds, the main weird thing that happened here was that he gave a thumbs up to Camera Woman. And I have no idea why, but he looked kinda goofy because he is a lot bulkier now, and for some reason looks kinda short because of it. Until here was mostly the action part of the episode, and from this point on is where I think this episode actually started, because Camera Woman flies towards the door after the thumbs up, and we actually see TV Woman there as well.
Hey, girl!
Even though the Alliance members are trying to hit the door, it probably would be impossible to break unless Titan Speakerman broke it. I have no idea why he didn't, but thankfully we got TV Woman by our side and we hold her hand to teleport with her. I know Elite Cameraman is gonna be jealous even though he already got his portion
What about
of
me,
TV Woman in
bruh?
episode
What about me?
16.
I'm jelly
The
too.
second we go inside, the whole vibe changes. For some
Yeah, it
reason,
does,
the
dude.
alarms are already going off. We slowly
it's just-
walk through
it's
the
just
corridor
scary vibes in
and
here.
actually see a Morse code on the wall under the Do Not Enter sign. And before I tell you what the Morse code says, it's kind of funny that there is a no cameras sign next to it. This Morse code basically is just an Easter egg, and it says The Shining, which is a horror movie, and the next scene is a
And that's
tribute
what it's
to it.
about to be.
We see two twin toilets playing with Alliance toys and basically breaking them apart while looking crazy. And there is actual blood coming from the back while this is happening. This actually might be their ability to give hallucinations because the camera FOV changes and blood doesn't flow after we close the door. This is a very similar recreation of the scene from The Shining, but I can't show you the actual scene
Shining.
since this video might get copyrighted. There are also many drawings on the walls, but it's not really clear if they were put intentionally or not because I couldn't figure out any meaning.
I
And
couldn't even
seconds
do
later,
that. We
TV
looked at
Woman
him.
closes the door with a shocked face, and we continue along our way to the next room. And
You're
we
like,
see a
oh,
weird
okay, maybe
striding
the scary
toilet which
stuff's
seems
over,
like
bruh.
it's eating the other
Maybe.
toilet's head.
Maybe it's
And on
done.
the right, we
No,
see the
it's
same
not.
toilet I killed in episode 13. And before we can think about anything else, a jump scare happens and we zoom into this toilet's head, which seems like she is the Momo toilet.
Oh,
It is
she
actually
is, dude.
crazy because a Strider toilet this fast and athletic has never been seen before. Right when she was about to kill us, TV Woman steps in and starts using his orange beam to burn the Momo toilet, and Camera Woman uses her rifle to shoot her, but it doesn't seem good because the Momo toilet literally catches the bullet midair.
He goes,
Bro, what the frick? How? That really was a crazy move if I've ever seen, and she literally starts laughing like crazy, and her eyes slowly turn full white, but we don't have to worry because I suddenly throw my spear and come into the scene.
Dang
with
right,
Iso
Elite
and
Clockman.
Moby.
We knew you had us.
Perfect sign to Camera Woman. But while these are happening, TV Woman is already at the research place in front of us and is reading the Skibidi apocalypse files. We can also see 5 pictures on the right wall if we zoom in, and they are actually the photos of the toilets we've been seeing.
Oh, the scary ones, dude. They are. And you have to wonder if that means the apocalypse.
Bottom left is the Phantom toilet from episode 14. The bottom right looks like the twin toilets from earlier this episode. The right top is the toilet from episode 16, and the middle one is Momo toilet. But we have no idea what the top left toilet is. As you guys know, the last
I don't
time
know what
someone
that
read
is
the
either.
Skibidi apocalypse files, we killed them and burned the files. But this time, right when Iso and Moby are about to do just that, I stopped them because we know that TV Woman and Camera Woman are just too crucial, and it'll probably
Heck
bite
yeah,
us
they
in
are,
the
dude. You
ass
can't
if we
take out
kill
my
them.
girl. You
And
can't
at the
take out
end
my
of the
girl.
episode, TV Woman scans all the files and sends them. We have no
Everybody
idea where she
knows
sends
now.
them, but it sure is going to be crazy
No
going
more
forward.
secrets.
I wonder what's the analysis YouTubers plan. The only thing we know is that whatever is on those files, the Alliance wasn't supposed to see it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Elite Clockman out.
Bye, Elite Clockman. Bye. Bye-bye. All right, let me bring you in, chat. Dude. Again, I am in absolute love where Dom Studios is going with this series, man. I love scary stuff. I love Skibidi's toilet. You combine them, you got yourself where Multiverse is going. Now, the only stuff we missed really was the Braille, or Morse code, which instantly, I think within like 2 minutes of my reaction, someone let me know it's The Shining, which in our reaction, we talked about, dude, this scene 100% is a recreation of The Shining with the two little kids playing and the blood flowing down the hallway. Again, I love scary movies, so I've seen just about everything. Dude, yeah, absolutely love this episode. Elite Clockman, you take all the time you need, brother. This was definitely worth the wait. I had a blast reacting this. You guys need to make sure you help support Elite Clockman. Let's get them to 250,000 subs. And chat, we're trying to get to 100,000 subs. So if you haven't yet, please smash that subscribe button and join the Sauce Gang family. Enjoy the rest of your week. And remember, it's Eat, Sleep, and Make Beats. And as usual, be kind of another. That's all I got. Boom, I'm out. Got to know for the Sauce Gang. Peace out, champ.